Hello YouTube stackers, this is ST with Silver Stacking 101, where we believe in staying stacked and packed, stacked with silver and gold, food and bullets, and packed with the necessary means to defend our stack. Last video, we discussed how the economy is like a pot of soup that constantly has a change of chefs that are in charge of the pot for a small period of time that can add to or remove ingredients. We discussed the 5 ingredients the current chef is placing into the pot. The next 4 videos will cover the 5 ingredients. Bear with me, this is important, because this is going to establish our short-range economic forecast, which may seem rosy and cheery. It's going to look pretty good. Mid-range is going to look a little dicey, and long-term is very dismal. And we are going to discuss why as we move along. The first ingredient I want to talk about is an increased reliance on domestic energy. Typically, we've been importing our oil from a region of the world that is not stable. It has good guys and bad guys. The bad guys want to kill us. A good portion of the, quote, good guys want the bad guys to kill us. This creates instability in the world markets. So, we are increasing our reliance on our domestic reserves. There is an economic principle that comes into play with commodities. It states when a commodity exists and is accessible and can be brought to market, it puts downward pressure on the price for the overall commodity, even if it's not actually brought to market. So us finding our oil, having the means to access it when we want it, creates downward pressure on the price of oil. That's a good thing. Another issue I want to jump in and put here is the end of the war on coal. I am an avid fisherman. I love to fish. I love the outdoors. I want clean, renewable energy more than anyone else, except the big utility providers. The holy grail for utility providers would be renewable, clean energy that can be brought to market in an economically feasible manner. It does not exist at this time. We will get there. The prior administration wanted to knock out coal without a viable replacement. What happens? It increases the price of electricity. Folks are hurting out here. Take a young family with children that's taken every penny they have to make it because basically they're underemployed. Take a senior citizen that's already choosing between food or medicine. We're going to increase unnecessarily the cost of their power? No, it's going to hurt people. That's what those regulations did. Now, the government could subsidize them, but keep in mind the government can't give anybody anything unless they first take it from somebody or borrow it and take it from somebody in the future, further hurting the producers. This administration has put or reversed many of these regulations. This is actually going to be a stabilizing influence in the economy and a deflationary influence in the economy. This is a good policy. Hopefully, long term, we can develop a cost-efficient renewable energy source that is reliable. Scientists are working diligently to that end. So, we have a deflationary ingredient put in the pot, and at the same time an inflationary ingredient with energy regulations removed from the pot. Also, a stabilizing influence that we will not have to depend on countries that are not exactly the most stable places on the face of the planet for our continued economic existence with oil. It has been said, oil is what drives the engine of democracy. Now, as we go through these, there's going to be some I'm going to be critical of. But please keep in mind, I'm just pointing out what will and will not happen. The economy is like the weather. One person can complain all he or she wants. It's going to do what it's going to do. We could dress accordingly, plan accordingly, or just sit around and gripe. The purpose of these videos is to help the viewer plan accordingly with what's coming down the pike. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. God bless you. Stay stacked and packed.